KMS. This is Mrs. Hines with our third day of working with Floorplanner.com. Please log in to Chrome and go to Floorplanner.com. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see your name because you signed in with Google. And hopefully you can go to your project that we've been working on, your dream room. So we've been working on this since Monday. So on Monday and Tuesday, you spent a lot of time making sure that it's a quality product. It's your dream space. So you'd have to be able to sleep there, to work there, hang out there. You can add things on, like a bathroom perhaps, but just for the bare bones basics, passing grade, you're going to have those things that were on Google Classroom. So you went through and you made sure that you have a door, at least one window, a bed, a dresser, and a remote learning space. For extras, you can add accessories, you can add baths, you can add additional seating, but these are the basics. So today you're going to open up and we're going to calculate some formulas, including the perimeter and the area of your space. So when you're looking at your floor plan, you're able to zoom in and see these numbers. These are the dimensions of your total floor plan, okay? So to figure out the perimeter, you would simply add these together. So on a separate sheet of paper, on your own, you can just add these numbers up. So if you would like to round to the nearest foot, that's fine. So we can add this up, and I'll do this along with me. So this wall right here is 25 feet, 11 inches and 3/4. So I probably should have just made that 26 feet. Okay. I'm going to add that to this number here. So 28 feet, 7 inches, 7 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to say this rounds up to 29. So I'm going to add that 29 feet. I'm going to zoom out and go to this wall right here. So I'm going to say 33 and 1. We're going to round that down to 33 feet. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom in over here. So 9 feet, 10 inches. We're going to round up to 10 feet because we're rounding to the nearest foot. So I'm going to go over here. This space here. So if I didn't hover over it, and it would tell me, I can look up here and it would say that's 7'1". So I'm going to add 7 feet. And then my final would be this right here. So I could do a couple of things to get this dimension. If I knew the whole length, I could subtract this amount to get that. I could hover over it, or it also puts it off to the side here. So it's a really nice program that does that. So 18 feet, 9 and something inches, that's going to round up to 19 feet. So again, on your Chromebook, you do have a calculator you can use. So I'm going to add these up. And let's see for my perimeter. 26 plus 29 plus 33 plus 10 plus 7 plus 19. My perimeter is 115 feet. Cool. What you'll end up doing today, folks, is you'll end up taking a screenshot. So on that Chromebook, remember, you're going to hit that shift and that button above the 6. You're going to open up your Google Drive and you're going to open up your portfolio. We're actually going to make a page for CAD, C-A-D, computer aided drawing. And I would like you to paste a screenshot. So if you take a screenshot, you can hit Control V to paste a picture of your floor plan right there. And then you're going to just put your text box. So you're going to put the perimeter, and that should show you adding up all the sides. So mine was 26 plus 29 plus 33 plus 10 plus 7 plus 19 equals 115 feet. Cool. So my area, I can just add that right below. To calculate area of a rectangle, because that's the shape, is length times width. So for my shape here, let me take a look at mine. I don't have just one rectangle. So I can calculate this a few ways, and you're going to show your work to explain how you calculated the total area of your rectangle. You could find the rectangle, the large square, and subtract this out. You could find the area of this rectangle and shade this part in and add them together. However you'd like to do it. You can round, so we're just dealing with whole feet. So I'm going to add the two rectangles together. I'm going to pretend this is one rectangle and this is another. So this top rectangle here is 25 by 29. So just for kicks and giggles on a scrap piece of paper, I'm just going to write myself a note. This is 25 by 29. So I'm just going to add 25 by 29. So you can see my work here. I'm going to zoom out. So this rectangle down here is like 7 by 9. So if you imagine two rectangles, let me just make sure I'm putting the numbers in the right point. So I'll say this is 7 and this is 9. Now I said to calculate the area, it's length times width. So 29 times 25, do that on my calculator here. So that would be 725. And then the other area is 7 times 9, which is 63. So if I add those together, I'd be able to find the total area of my room, right? Because what I just did is I said, hey, this rectangle and this rectangle, which is what I drew here, if I multiply those out and add them together, so now I'm going to do on my calculator here, make my life simple, 725 plus 63. My total area is 788 feet squared, because that's the unit. Very cool. So I would show this work. You can write it out on paper. You can write it out however you like. I'm just going to screenshot this because I'm being lazy. So as long as you can communicate that you did the work, that's what I care about. So on your tech page, on your CAD page rather, you can write that all out here, but I'm just going to say my area is equal to 7, I wrote it down, 788. Perfect. Perfect. So after this, you're just going to hit publish. It was a lot of the behind the scenes work to get the math that you're actually publishing here. But please join Google Classroom and check out the tutorials. Please join the Google Meet if you have questions calculating your perimeter and your area of your dream space. But please make sure that you add a page called CAD, and you can move it wherever. Oops, right there. And make sure that you hit that publish button. This probably will take you quite some time to figure this out, so take your time. Watch the video as many times as you need, and I can't wait to see what your square footage is for your area. Thanks so much, folks.